Last week, I did a video on this platform about the dilemma William Ruto was facing in this country after President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga officially launched the signature collection for the Building Bridges Initiative referendum. And in that video, I explained clearly that the DP had only 3 options. The first option was to say yes to the document. But there was a challenge. There was a dilemma there. He had spent 2 good years opposing and trashing this particular document. And then the second option was to say no to this document. Again, the no was very popular amongst Kenyans because most Kenyans viewed BBI as a responsible move by the government during the time of COVID. And most of his supporters were actually advocating for a no. So he was facing a dilemma there because supporting no would mean opposing President Uhuru Kenyatta. So it was going to set up the DP against his boss, something he would not want to happen. And then the third option, which again some of his advisors were advocating for, was for the deputy president to just sit there and watch as events unfold so that he can concentrate on his 2022 presidential bid. So he was facing a lot of dilemma. And last week, towards the tail end of last week, he started tweeting. He started releasing series of tweets. And from those tweets, it was clear that he was finding a soft landing to support the Building Bridges Initiative process. And news has actually emerged in this country that the deputy president has convened a crucial meeting with his top allies in Karen on Wednesday the 2nd to strategize on how to go about the Building Bridges Initiative process. So today I want us to go into that particular meeting and probably why the meeting has been convened. But before we go into all those details, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. I have always maintained on this platform that in politics, everything is normally planned, scripted, and executed to achieve specific political objectives. What are some of the objectives of the current meeting? Because according to information available, 150 allies of the deputy president, William Ruto, are expected to converge at Karen. That's a huge number. Those 150 people include selected governors. They include selected senators. They include selected members of parliament. They include selected MCAs. And also some of his key allies like Hassan Omar, Eliud Owalo, Johnston Muthama, and several others. Why is that meeting crucial? Why is it important? It's important because last week, 2 other meetings took place in this country. President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga launched the Building Bridges Initiative signature collection at KICC. The Deputy President William Ruto never attended that meeting. He missed. Many Kenyans had expected him to attend. But later on, he claimed he was never invited. The organizers claimed they invited him. So basically, he found a way of missing that particular event. Then on Thursday last week, either Thursday or Friday, there was another crucial meeting which took place at State House, the National Security Council meeting. This meeting was attended by all members of the committee. That is President Uhuru Kenyatta, Fred Matiang'i, who is the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Omamo, the Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary. There was Monica Juma, who is the Defense Cabinet Secretaries. There was Attorney General Paul Kihara and several other leaders, several other members of that committee. It's a very crucial committee, the National Security Council. The Deputy President missed that event. that meeting. He missed that meeting at a time when the issue of ICC was actually emerging in this country. When Kinoti had addressed the media over the ICC. But he missed that meeting. But on Wednesday, he has convened a meeting of over 150 allies, senior allies. So why is that meeting crucial? That meeting is crucial, just before we go into the objective, because in Deputy President's camp, two camps have actually emerged now. There are those who feel that he should actually support the document. And then there's another camp which feels that they're not going to be party to it. Those who are opposed to this move include Susan Kihika. You know, politics is about interest. Susan Kihika was kicked out as the majority whip by President Uhuru Kenyatta at the Senate. Then there is Kithure Kindiki, who was again kicked out as the deputy speaker at the Senate. Then there is Kipchumba Murkomen, who was also kicked out as the majority leader of the Senate. Today, Kipchumba Murkomen will be playing a crucial role in this particular signature collection. But he's saying no. It's a way, in my view, of paying back the president. Then there's Mithika Linturi, the Meru senator, again saying no. Then there's Alice Wahome, the firebrand lady from Kandara, who doesn't want anything to do with President Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, I doubt even if Alice Wahome can share a platform with President Uhuru Kenyatta. If today William Ruto were to mend fences with President Uhuru Kenyatta, Alice Wahome will be one of the biggest casualties. She doesn't want that meeting. Then there is Kimani Ichung'wah, the Kikuyu member of parliament, comes from Kiambu, where Uhuru Kenyatta comes from. Then there is Ndindi Nyoro. There's Ndindi Nyoro, who believes that Murang'a is already no. So it would be bad for them to go to the people again and tell them that this document is right, it's good. And remember, even last week, the BBI brigades were actually kicked out of Total, where they were stopped from taking lunch. Then there is Moses Kuria, who is still weighing, but from his latest updates, it seems he's also laying the ground to oppose. Then again, there's the other camp, which is moderate. The camps which believe that the deputy president should actually just go ahead and say yes to the document. But why do you think the deputy president has convened this particular meeting? Because Kenyans now know where the deputy president is going to stand. He's going to say yes to this document. But why is he convening this huge meeting with his supporters and allies? In my view, he's doing this because of four reasons. Number one, he wants to make an announcement that he's going to join a yes. But he wants to carry along everybody who is supporting him. So that it doesn't, it won't augur well, for example, to someone like Kithure Kindiki, who tweeted, by the way, just go to his tweets. He made a series of tweets trashing this particular document and how he's not going to compromise on this. So even if these guys are not going to support the deputy president, at least the deputy president shall have given them the opportunity to air their views so that he can explain to them. So when the announcement will be made, probably the deputy president is going to tell them that for me, as William Ruto, I'm going to support this document because of A, B, C, D. Because already I'm told he has hired experts who are working on that document and identifying the contentious issues, which again, they'll explain to people, but they are going to go to the people with specific agendas. So I think the deputy president is keen on making a major announcement. He's going to announce officially that I'm going to support this document. So he wants a huge team. He wants to be accompanied by, we'll be waiting to count how many governors are going to accompany him. How many senators will be there? How many members of parliament will be there? How many MCs will be there? So that after making that announcement, nobody is going to take him lightly on this matter. But of course, whether he's going to say yes or no, my opinion is that the document is going to pass. Because already the signatures These guys have already reached the threshold. They've already surpassed the threshold. I was told by yesterday, I think they were 4-point-something million. They wanted only 1 million, but they wanted to collect 5 million. So that's number one. Number two, I think they're also going to work on a strategy on how to hijack this building bridges initiative process. We are in politics. So he was an outsider in the process. He never gave his views. He opposed it. So the process is ongoing. These guys have collected signatures. So you can't thwart it at any given stage. So it's going to go to the county assemblies. But how do we hijack this process? How do we take advantage and take credit from this particular process? So that's what they are going to discuss here. The narrative they are going to go with outside there. Because remember, the BBI is a project of two people, President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. The guys have been working together in this document, for the last 2 years. The Deputy President and his team are now trying to create a narrative that Raila Odinga has been shortchanged. So after creating that narrative that Raila Odinga has been shortchanged, now they're telling Kenyans that, okay, the proposals we made have been considered. So which means if they made the proposals and considered, and Raila Odinga shortchanged, then it means the BBI now becomes their their product. But again, still there's challenges here. Because they talked of tax burden, how they are going to burden people through expanded executive. Nothing has changed there. There are several other areas. They told Kenyans that we are at the peak of corona. We can't afford a referendum. How are they going to go outside there and tell people that referendum now has become a priority? So they are going to look at how they are going to hijack the process so that ultimately at the end of it, Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta will not claim credit should the document pass. Number three, I think they want to create a narrative. The main objective of the meeting is basically to strategize on the narrative which they are going to go with to the people. If you are telling the people that this document is bad, then now again you are telling them the document is good. What message, what narrative are we going to use outside there to convince them that indeed the document previously was bad, but now it's good? So that's why these people are coming. And a team of experts are going to explain to them that if you go outside there, these are the only issues you should talk about in this document. And lastly, I think the meeting could also just be their usual strategy meeting, where they normally review their progress, campaign progress. We know the Deputy President is focused on his bid and has already declared. They've been meeting weekly, but not this magnitude. So probably the building bridges initiative process and the collection of signatures posed a challenge to them. So they want to go and strategize now that the process is ongoing. Because initially, the idea about the strategy of the DP was actually to stop this process. He wanted to stop this process from proceeding. But you know, Uhuru Kenyatta is a very smart politician. I've always told people that Uhuru Kenyatta is one of the most underrated politicians. Don't underrate President Uhuru Kenyatta. I've studied that guy. That guy is lethal. Uhuru Kenyatta is lethal politically. He's also ruthless. Yesterday, I was just watching the documentary by Sam Kituku on Uhuru Kenyatta's and Ruto 8 years. And I learned something which really shocked me. That Uhuru Kenyatta convened Jubilee parliamentary meeting just immediately after the election, before the court nullified the elections. And on that day, aliwasomea MPs and warned them and told them, if you want to know that I'm the president, niwaone na Ruto. And I've been wondering why these guys have always maintained that it's the handshake which caused all this. Then the next day, boom. Then he went back to them, pleaded with them. Then these guys went outside there, campaigned for him. Once he was sworn in again, Uhuru Kenyatta emerged. And I was asking myself, I think I need to do a video. How come? I think there's a deep difference between Uhuru Kenyatta and Ruto, which most of us might not know. Because how come, for example, Raila Odinga, who was an opponent of President Uhuru Kenyatta, had his election nullified, refused to participate in that election. Then Raila Odinga sworn himself as the president of Kenya. Then Uhuru Kenyatta still went and reached out to Raila Amolo Odinga just to deal with this deputy. So it means there's something deep which happened between these two gentlemen. If you missed that video, I think it was on Citizen TV. Basically, I watched it on my YouTube, so you can check it. So there's something. But basically, the idea of this meeting is to strategize. I don't know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts on this particular matter. And if you are watching this video for the first time again, please click subscribe button so that you don't miss these things. This channel is serious, my friends. Don't just take it lightly. The members of this channel, the subscribers here, are serious people. They give me ideas. We discuss. In fact, just reach me on my WhatsApp number for those who would want to. 0777 741323. 0777 741323. Just reach me on that WhatsApp number so that you can always give me ideas. But I want you guys to also help me because we are just like 8,000 less to 100,000. I know you love me, you love the channel. The only thing, just share this video, share this particular video to your friends. Please. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.